All right, we're back here on SportsLine. Still several minutes to go, and the NFL Combine kicking off today in Indianapolis. Our John Burton is up there covering it for us this week. Offensive lineman went today. A lot of eyes on Laremy Tunsil through the interview process. He is considered by many people as the #1 prospect in this draft. Would he interest the Titans? Some people think he should be the pick at #1, and you slide Taylor Lewan over to right tackle, Tunsil on the left side, and that is the makings of an offensive line that could be good for a long time, especially when considering that this is an offensive line that has been struggling for a long time now for the Tennessee Titans. John asked around today. He talked to John Robinson and Mike Mularkey, who did their media rounds at the Combine. Also talked to some of the experts to get their feel of what the Titans should do with that #1 pick. You know, a lot of questions. They're going to be answering them until they hand in the card on draft day, April 28th in Chicago. But John was part of the crew asking the questions today in Indianapolis at the Combine, and here's what they said.
With Marcus Mariota already in place, the Titans don't have to worry about selecting a quarterback with the top overall pick in this year's NFL draft. But protecting their franchise QB is a priority, which is why taking offensive tackle Laremy Tunsil out of Ole Miss would seem to be a logical choice for the two-tone blue at #1. And the experts all agree.
If they do not do something to work to protect Marcus Mariota, they should all be fired. They don't need to go out and get a defensive lineman. This is a great year for offensive linemen.
I think Laremy Tunsil, and I've looked at all these offensive tackles. I've been doing this for probably 8-9 years, studying college players hard. I think Laremy Tunsil is far and away the best prospect I've seen at left tackle of the last 3-4 years.
I would tell him, hey, I got great feet, man. Hey, I'm here to protect Mariota, man. I would put it all on the line. I would give him every play I can to help Mariota.
The Titans' top brass isn't tipping their hand just yet, but they do agree keeping Mariota upright and healthy is a must going forward.
The quarterback is the most important position on the team, and it's imperative that you keep him upright and keep him able to throw the football, and then putting the ball in his hands as much as possible. Those are key parts of the game for us.
That's always a priority of protecting him, and the scheme will have a lot to do with that, which we've adjusted some of the things we did last year. We now can change. We have changed, and there'll be some new protection schemes.
When asked about the advantages of having the top overall pick in this year's draft, new Titans GM John Robinson simply stated, "We don't want to be in this position again next year, but we hope to take advantage of it this year." At the NFL Combine in Indianapolis, John Burton, News Channel 5 Sports.
Alrighty, thank you, JB. Good work up there today. Much more coming up from him tomorrow as well from Indianapolis. And it's interesting hearing John Robinson talk a little bit today. He said some of this stuff, it's smokescreen. Because when you're the #1 pick, or you have the #1 pick, you want to get all the information you possibly can, and not just on the prospects, but also from other teams. You want to hope someone is enticed to offer you a bunch of stuff to move up and take your #1 pick from you. So it'll be interesting to see everything that they have to say, not just now, but throughout this process moving up to draft day in Chicago. Zach Stacy was a guy who eagerly awaited draft day at one point. One of the best players to ever put on the pads at Vanderbilt, all-time leading rusher there. Went into the NFL, surprised people with his production in St. Louis, but yet the Rams went out and drafted Todd Gurley last year, then shipped Stacy off to New York. It's been an up and down first season with the Jets, and I caught up with Stacy over the weekend to talk to him about it. Well, Zach, first off, how you feeling? Just over 3 months since you broke your ankle Thursday night game against the Buffalo Bills. How's the recovery?
It's going good. The Jets have done a good job, with the recovery process. So I'm actually down in town now doing some more rehab with the bandy stuff. So it's been going good. This was my first significant injury, so it was a lot of adversity, no doubt. But at the end of the day, most guys come back from this, so I'm excited.
You expect to be 100% by OTAs, training camp? What's the plan?
It just depends. It just depends how I respond, because I actually start running back in like 2 weeks. So just for the most part, just depending on how to respond, which I reckon that, I should be back for OTAs, if not for camp. So, but definitely for camp, though.
The injury obviously wasn't ideal, but what was the transition from the Rams to the Jets like for you last season?
It wasn't too bad. For the most part, it was my third year going in, so I kind of knew what to expect. Coach Bowles kind of had ties with him because he was the, Arizona defensive coordinator before he became the Jets head coach. So he knew about me, pretty much had ties with him from that standpoint. So, but it was good. It was good. The guys, the locker room is great. We got a lot of, true professionals in that room with, guys like Brandon Marshall, Ryan Fitzpatrick, those guys, Darrell Reeves. So just good to kind of soak up, their knowledge in terms of just being a professional about yourself and just trying to carry on to your resume.
You guys were so close to the playoffs last year in Coach Bowles' first season. What do you have to do this year to get over that hump?
It was definitely disappointing. Just one win and we're in the playoffs, so we had a lot of momentum with the win streak that we had going. But that's the name of the game. In this league, each and every game is you never know what to expect. You never know what might happen. So that's why you got to just be on your P's and Q's. So I think the main thing with us, we got the key pieces we need, just about staying consistent.
It was an interesting year for you in terms of adversity, the injury, obviously, but after 2 very good years with the Rams, draft day comes around, they take Todd Gurley in the top 10. You had kind of an infamous tweet. You tweeted out, "Yikes," as soon as it happened. What was that moment like, kind of the welcome to the NFL moment, I guess?
It was one of those deals where I was trying to be more humorous, but, obviously the media took it far. But, at the end of the day, that's one thing I always tell young guys. You can't forget that this league is a business first. So, but at the end of the day, I'm still in the league. I'm still doing what I love to do. So, I'm blessed. I'm excited.
And you're back in Nashville this weekend, seeing all the old folks at Vanderbilt where you put up incredible numbers. What's it like every time you come back to Nashville and Vanderbilt especially?
It's crazy. They just built a new training room, so, I've been training, doing rehab in there. So it's good to just, see those type of things and see the stuff that Coach, Mason has done for those guys. The players respond to Coach Mason so well. So I got a chance to talk to Coach Mason, and he's heading in the right direction.
Zach, best of luck with the recovery. We'll see you in 2016 on the field.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Thank you.